What's up, Logan? Solving triangles. Solve this right triangle right here. How do I know it's a right triangle? It's got the little red square right there. So I know we're taking a look at a right triangle. We need to solve this, which means we need to find everything, right? So we're like, I need to find all the angles. The only angles I don't know are angle I, right? I know what angle R is, and I know what angle T is. Angle T is 90 degrees because of that little red square. This is why it's a right triangle. Angle R is 40 degrees. And then angle I, now since the angles of a triangle add up to 180, I know that angle I has to be 50. All right, I know it has to be 50. Now, for those of you that don't know how I figured that out, I said 90 plus 40, right? That came out to 130. And I subtracted that from 180 because I know that all the angles have to add up to 180. And this gives us angle I, which is 50 degrees. If you want to set up the equation, you can. You could say I plus R plus T has to add up to 180. And then you could plug it in that way and then solve it. But I did what most of you guys are doing in class, it sounds like, is where you just add the two that you know and then subtract that result from 180. And that gives you the result, the leftover angle. Now we have to figure out what the sides are. We have three sides. We have side T. Actually, let's put it this way. We have side T, which is unknown to us. We have side I, which is also unknown to us. And we have side R, which is 8.3. So in looking at this, we'd be like, well, we had to solve for angle I. We have to solve for side I, and we have to solve for side T. Those are the pieces of information that we need to find right there, and right there. Those are the three main guys. All right, we know angle I is 50, so I'll put a 50 right there. Now, from this stage, what I would do is I would pick something to solve for. I'm going to solve for T. So that's going to be my focus right now. We're going to solve for T. Now to solve for T, I'm going to focus on two pieces of information I know. I'm going to go with what they gave us, the 40 and the 8.3. All right. Now, those are my three pieces of information I'm working on. Two that I know, one that I don't know. And when I look at this, this is the sine trigonometry ratio right here. Sine of 40, because we have the opposite of the 40 and we have the hypotenuse of the triangle. So we have the opposite leg and the hypotenuse. So of SOHCAHTOA, so we're going to use sine. So to solve for T, okay, one more time, we're going to go sine of 40 equals the opposite, which is 8.3, over the hypotenuse, which is T. So I'm going to write that out. So we're going to go sine of 40 degrees is equal to the opposite leg over the hypotenuse. All we have to do now is swing over to Desmos, find out what the sine of 40 is. Sorry, don't have that set up. Find out what sine 40 is and then plug that in. So we're going to find the sine of 40. So we're going to go to functions, sine of 40. Let's swing that over to degrees, sorry. It's 0.6428. So we're going to go 0.6428. 0.6428 is equal to 8.3 over T. And we're going to solve this through cross multiplication. So we multiply both sides, we get 0.6428T is equal to 8.3. And then we have to solve by dividing both sides by 6.6428, 0.6428, and we get what T is. So we're going to go back to Desmos one more time. We're going to go 8.3 divided by 0.6428. which comes out to 12.9. So we now know that T is 12.9. 12.9. All right. Now, to solve for I, there's two different scenarios you could use. If you wanted to, you could use Pythagorean theorem. And if you wanted to, you could also go back to trigonometry, right? You could take two pieces of information and the piece that you're trying to solve for, and you'll notice that you have the opposite leg and you have the adjacent leg. That would be the tangent function. So I'm going to go ahead and use that one instead. So we're going to say tangent, let's do this in purple, tangent of 40 degrees is equal to the opposite over the adjacent, 8.3 over I. So we're going to go 8.3 over I. We're going to use our Desmos calculator again, find out what the tangent of 40 So we're going to type in, what is the tangent of 40 degrees? It's already in degrees. So we're going to go 8391. 8391. So we're going to go 8391 is equal to 8.3 over I. And then we cross multiply and solve. I'm going to skip some steps here. And we're going to get 8.3 over 8391. Use Desmos. So we're going to go 8.3 divided by 0.8391, which comes out to 9.9. And we just found out that I is 9.9. And this is how you solve a triangle that is a right triangle using SOHCAHTOA, the angle sum theorem, and possibly even Pythagorean theorem if you wanted to.